Peace, this is Asai Mystic with another message to help you free your heart and soul. Now I am talking today about how to stop overly focusing on a guy. Okay, for all my ladies out there who are like, y'all are those people who literally become like so engulfed in a guy when you have like, it's like a little girl, it's like a crush, like middle school crush. You have a tendency to like get a whiff of this person, and then you turn into like the obsessive obsessor. Like, you just can't stop thinking about this person, you cannot stop thinking about this guy, you are just overthinking every message you send him, every call that you call, and you just overthinking. You're overthinking it. And let me tell you what the source of this is. You are overthinking about this guy because you feel like you don't deserve a good guy. And so if you get any whiff of like this handsome, hot, attractive, I don't know, wealthy guy, you're gonna start obsessing because you feel like this is your chance and you've gotta grab onto this guy before he slips away, and you'll be doomed for the rest of your life. You'll never find love, blah 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 blah. It stems from a fear of not being good enough for your ideal love, for your ideal relationship. And so this guy, even if he might not be the guy for you, even if he might not be who it is that you should really be with, he's giving you, feelings of warmth. He's giving you feelings of worth, and, making you feel attractive in some way. And so you're clinging to this, and you want this feeling to stay. And because you want this feeling to stay, you're obsessing about him staying. And so what this ends up doing in the long run is you end up self-sabotaging your relationships. Like, you end up self-sabotaging. It ain't even like the relation. Like, you end up sabotaging stuff in the beginning, because in the beginning and you know what, the guy might really be a really nice guy. Like, he might be a really nice guy. He might be really genuine, good-hearted. He might really even like you. But what this ends up doing is, even if he really likes you, it's what it ends up doing is he's going to be able to sense your feeling of inadequacy, or you're feeling the need for him to fulfill you. And let me tell you something. The divine masculine does not want to feel obligated to fulfilling you. He wants and seeks a woman that is fulfilled. He wants and seeks a woman that is content in her body, in her mind, in her soul. Now, this is not to say that, if something happens while you're in a relationship with this person and you do get a little off and you start, tripping a little bit, this is not to say that the divine masculine won't want to uplift you and bring you out of that. But what it is saying is that to be there initially and to stay there, it's gonna repel the divine masculine. It's gonna repel your chances of having a truly deep, fulfilling relationship with him and yourself. Because let me tell you something, he's not gonna fulfill you. He don't have nothing for you that you have not or do not already have the capability of igniting within yourself. Okay? He doesn't have the ability to give you what it is that you're craving. And the only way that that part of you will be fulfilled is when you take your due diligence and you have real love, real time, real loving quality time with yourself, with who you are. I feel like this is truly the core of women who like overly obsess over guys. And even thinking back on my own experiences when I was younger, the obsession really stemmed from me feeling like he was out of my grasp, or that he was in some way too good for me, or I wasn't worth the ideal relationship that I wanted, and he was that. And so he's slipping out of my fingers, he's not texting me back, he's what's going on. And then once you start getting like that, like that's something that is in your aura and people can sense that, and your attraction fades. You might be very, very beautiful, you might be very, very, but your inner worth, your inner juices, like your essence, like oozes from you being 1,000% secure in your own body and your own energy. And so initially, whenever you do start to obsess and things of that nature, this is where it stems from. Now, for women who are in who've been in relationships, this is somebody you've been with, or maybe have a relationship with because of children or whatever, and something happens, specifically something happens, and this, maybe he cheats on you, maybe he does this, maybe something happens, and you begin to obsess. This is different. In this case, this is different because he's triggering this in you. He's triggering this this kind of I need to obsess over, like I need to overthink, and the divine masculine is never going to want his woman to overthink, okay? The divine masculine who knows what he wants, like the divine masculine don't want you overthinking. Like, no, that's never going to happen. Overthinking, over trying to figure stuff out, like he doesn't want that. He's not going to allow for that. Like, so that's also, in that scenario, a cue that this also is not the relationship for you, and you definitely need to take time to yourself if you've been triggered in some way, form, or fashion. So that's pretty much all I have to say about that. Y'all let me know what you think in the comments, and I'll see you in the next video.